Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Free American. I'm your host. I'm Clay Douglas, wishing you all and your families a wonderful Thanksgiving. Already had my deviled egg sandwich for breakfast this morning, so I'm looking forward to it. And for you queers and trolls out there, you're not welcome on my show. You're not welcome in my chat room. And I'm damn sure not taking your calls. Goodbye, 609. Don't come back. You want to listen to the show? Listen to it. And we've got the general trolls up here. A lot of guests. Wouldn't bother to name these ignorant assholes. We'll just kick them out quick as I can get to them. At least we're getting some more inventive names here. We'll just have to wait and see if they're trolls or just stupid people. We've got a lot of them out there. I don't know. Sometimes I really wonder who I'm fighting for here. Welcome there from Germany, Tobias. Got a few real people in the chat room. I'm not allowing guests. If you can't sign in with a name, you don't belong in here. Just get the hell out. Stay out of my room. It's real easy to sign up, and I ain't taking anything else. Uh, 317. Why are you in my chat room this morning? The show hasn't even started. What the fuck do you want?
Good morning, Clay. I'm standing out in front of a Kroger store in Seymour, Indiana, protesting these dumb motherfuckers coming in to buy items for Thanksgiving. This holiday is a sham. The indigent Americans must unite and resist.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Let people have their holidays. Stick it up your ass, you dumb motherfucker. That's the kind of calls we're going to get today, so I probably won't take too many of them. 919, what kind of dumb motherfucker are you coming in my chat room this time of the morning? I don't have any respect for you. You're nothing but fucking trolls here. 919, show us what kind of fucking idiot you are.
Happy Thanksgiving Day, Clay. This is Tommy in Roanoke Rapids. First time calling. How are you?
Hey, well, that might be, we've got a chance here. I don't know why you're calling in before the show even starts if you're a first-time caller, but I'll give you a chance.
I don't know the form. Well, I don't know the format, but my coworkers listen to your show and they talked me into listening. I've been listening for about a week or so. You've really got good information, and it's not the stuff that you hear on mainstream media. So what I was wondering is, do you ever get into trouble with government agencies kind of trying to stop you from getting out your message?
Oh, no, but I get in trouble with a lot of the other countries that run our nation, own our government officials. So I've been listed in the FBI's Guide to Right-Wing Extremists, but they got all of their information from the Southern Poverty Law Center and the ADL, Jewish controlled organizations that are pro-Israel and control the dual citizens within our government, the Trojan horses that are within our own borders and our own government. And, of course, it's kind of like Voltaire told you that you can know who your masters are by who you're not allowed to criticize. I criticize them. And they've tried to kill me 2 or 3 times over the last 12 years.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Remember when George Bush, after 9/11, remember when George Bush told you, the story appeared in the New York Times, that he'd allowed the NSA to tap all of our phones, our cell phones?
I didn't agree with that.
You heard about it, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, mine
Not
was
many
the
people
first
do,
one
though.
they tapped. One of the first people they tapped was my phone. I was in Phoenix, publishing 2 magazines, and my Free American magazine was going nationwide, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, everywhere across, and the K Street newsstands in Washington, D.C. I sent it to all of our legislators, at least in New Mexico. And
wow.
I called home and asked my son, where do you need me to go next, son? And I was down in Phoenix. He said, well, where you at, Dad? I said, I'm at Sacred Skin Tattoo Parlor. He said, well, I'll go down 24th Street to McDowell, turn left, go to the wheel shop. It's right there. Okay, son, see you later. And 2 blocks before I got to McDowell, I got T-boned by a woman with no driver's license, no insurance, and a borrowed car with drug charges pending against her. It hit me. She hit me hard enough to roll my Road King motorcycle over me a couple of times, hit my head on the other side, the curb on the other side of the street.
Wow.
Why do you fucking say a Honda? No, I don't ride a fucking Honda.
Oh, sorry.
A Harley Davidson motorcycle. They rushed me to the hospital. They rushed me to the hospital and kept me drugged for 3 months on Halcyon, Haldol, morphine, Valium for 3 broken ribs. When I was allowed to regain consciousness, my son finally told them to take me off the drugs. When I was allowed to regain consciousness, I was approached by 2 men, blue pinstripe suits. Hi, Clay. How you doing? You been hallucinating, Clay? And I had been, but I hadn't told anybody. I said, yeah, little white, who are you? We're CIA. Oh, yeah? What are you doing in this country? What are you doing fucking with me? Well, we don't like you publishing that motorcycle magazine. I said, the motorcycle magazine? It's just a motorcycle magazine. Free America is the one I expose you spook types in. Why would you care about a motorcycle magazine? Well, you paint a rosy picture of riding motorcycles, and you got a large audience, and we don't like that. I see. Does the term tough shit mean anything to you? Get out of my hospital. And when they were walking out of the door, I stopped them. I said, hey, boys, listen, man. Thanks for the high, but it wasn't nearly as good as that acid you brought in the 60s. Now get the fuck out of here. And they tried one more time with a lady in a little brown suit. She had a syringe about 8 inches long, filled with purple liquid needle about 3 inches long. Hi, Mr. Douglas. I got to give you this injection. Yeah, what's that? It's just a tranquilizer. Well, lady, I don't feel like being tranquil today, so I'm going to pass. I have to give you this. No, ma'am. I got the right to refuse medication. I don't know what that is. I don't know who you are. If that was Kool-Aid, it'd kill a horse. No, I'm not taking that. I'm going to go get security, and they're going to hold you down. I'm going to give it to you. Go get them. And she did. She came back with 3 or 4 security guards, St. Joseph's Hospital. I'd finally been transferred into Barrow's Neurological Institute in St. Joseph's Hospital. She came in with the security guards, and I got them away from her, and I took them aside, and I said, boys, a couple of things you need to know. If you try to give me that when I was in the Army, they didn't teach me how not to hurt anybody, but so here's what's going to happen. You, Chubby, I'm taking your throat out. You, I'm going to break both your arms. You, I'm going to break both your legs. And you, Shorty, I'm just going to smash your kneecaps, but you may never walk again. Now, you boys ready to dance? Let's go. and they decided they didn't want to dance, and they disappeared, and she disappeared, and a week later I was well enough to get out of the hospital. What government was it?
I don't even know what to think.
It was the Mossad. I suspect it was either, it could have been Southern Poverty, it could have been ADL. I doubt it was CIA, but that's possible also. They were, CIA was a little pissed at me, and they'd threatened me before when I blew the whistle. George Bush, first George Bush, president, I blew the whistle on his drug running operation called Operation Watchtower. I exposed that in my motorcycle magazine.
Well, you know what state was responsible for that, right?
What's that?
You know what state's responsible for that? Arkansas.
Oh, well, the Arkansas was where the drugs ended up. The Special Forces,
exactly.
Colonel Edward P. Catola were sent by CIA Director George Bush down to Columbia to build radio towers to guide the planes in, 100 planes at least, into Albrook Air Force Base to Bush's other partner, Manuel Noriega. And then Barry Seal, who I had the pleasure of meeting, had dropped me off a nice bud of Oaxacan in my place in Dallas. And before they killed him after that, they killed him down in Baton Rouge. But I didn't know at the time that he had a plane sitting over at Love Field filled with cocaine that he was taking up to an airport called Mena in Arkansas that was protected by guess who? Guess who?
That's what I'm telling
Bill
you. It
Clinton.
Keeps coming up in the news, doesn't it? Time after time. Yep.
And Hillary, who we locked out by not electing the bitch Hillary, who's responsible for killing the children in Waco and killing Vince Foster and a whole string of others that I don't recall all of their names.
I'm really glad I called you. I've got, and here we are today. I appreciate you getting the message out. I'm going to keep listening if that's okay. I like these inside government stories. I'd like to give you some information. Do you have a pen and paper handy, please? I'm gonna write down. I'm gonna tell you this article that's about the Clinton conspiracy.
What conspiracy?
The Clinton. What else Hillary's behind? I think you'll like it. Do you have a pen? Do you ever keep a pen when you're on your show?
No. I'm a fucking reporter. I don't carry a pen around. Jesus Christ. Best way to get me information is send it to Clay at Free American. Same place you can send a donation to. Send it to Clay at Free American.
You take donations?
I'm on PayPal.
Okay, I'll do that.
And that's the way I get all my information. I don't have time to write everything down, and I don't want to end up with a stack of fucking papers over here. Okay.
Yeah, and one other thing, I'd like to just put in a. Can I just put in a plug for Tommy's Ham Jerk Penis Pipes? Remember, we put the P in penis pipes.
No, I don't accept advertising. I don't sell advertising, and I don't promote anything that I don't know about. Goodbye. Thank you. Appreciate your call. 609.
Jesus.
No, sorry, I just answered your. Fuck you. 619. Who are you?
Hey, how's it going today, Clay? Happy holidays.
Yeah, same to you. What do you want? Who are you? What do you want?
I just wanted to call in and say that, I'm really thankful for the show that you're doing. There's not a lot of people out there that could take what's going on with your circumstances and continue to, keep on going with the show. I'd also like to thank Candy for being there for you all the time. It's hard to have a good woman on your side. I'm also thankful for Natalie Portman, thankful for Adam Sandler, Woody Allen, Barbara Streisand, Ben Stiller, Mel
Fuck
Brooks.
you. Go to hell. I'm not the one of you. What the fuck is wrong with you people? That shit, I'm through. I'm through talking to you ignorant motherfuckers. Let's see here. What we got here in the chat room? Few more trolls. Few more guests. Let's take a look here. And let's see, we got Tina R. from Texas. You better tell me what your number is here, or I certainly won't bring you up. I'm not taking any more calls from any more of these friggin' trolls. All right, Tina from Texas.
Hi, Clay. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm always doing fine. As soon as I eliminate most of these ignorant trolls from the chat room, I appreciate this is the way I take calls. You tell me in the chat room who you are and give me an idea of who I'm talking to. I appreciate that. What's on your mind?
Yeah, of course. I have nothing to hide, so, what's the use in hiding it? I was just curious, how did the Free American come to be? How did you start your show? What is the genesis of it? Because I'm a first-time listener right now, and I'm really enjoying it.
Well, many years ago, I started a motorcycle magazine down in Florida called Riders Exchange. And while I was up in Sturgis, I was passing out my magazine, and a Vietnam vet handed me a stack of documents. You might turn your radio off there. I'm getting an echo, or turn your computer off there. I'm getting an echo.
Okay, I'm going to mute the mic.
Okay, that's fine. I took it back and read the documents he gave me, and realized I may be one of the few people alive that had this information, and kind of got a little paranoid, a little careful, so I drove back from Sturgis to Miami, taking back roads through Colorado, pulling over at midnight and stopping on the side of the road, and I'm just lucky a farmer or a rancher didn't stop and ask me if I needed any help. I would have shot him. The document was written by Colonel Edward P. Catolo, describing the Operation George Bush when he was CIA director, had sent him on down to Colombia to build a series of radio towers to guide planes into Albrook Air Force Base. They guided 100 planes into George Bush's partner, Manuel Noriega. The cargo was cocaine. They were met by an Israeli Mossad agent, Michael Harari, and I published it. I published the whole document in my motorcycle magazine, and that's the first time I got threatened by the CIA.
Wow. And Clay, how did you find, your audience, specifically the people that you reach out to? What's your demographic?
I started publishing my magazine. I got national distribution on it, and I started out putting my show on shortwave, satellite. Remember when you had those big dishes all across the farmlands?
Yes, sir.
Me and Bill Cooper and Tex Mars were broadcasting all across the country, actually all across the world. Eventually, I moved on to the internet and doing it the way I'm doing it now. And I after what happened in Waco, I started the Free American. I swore I sat and watched it on TV in my house on the canal in Miami, on my boat out in the Gulf Stream in Miami. off of
Wow,
Miami on
beautiful.
the fishing, and I swore to my wife that I would never sit back and watch something like that happen again. I was really pissed off at the mainstream media for trying to convince people that, well, our government had killed those 17 little children and their families and burned their homes down to save them from a child molester, an accused child molester who used to jog out there in front of the on a farm road every morning. Could have picked him up any time. They didn't have to do that, and the mainstream media tried to convince Americans that it was okay to do that, and that was Hillary and Bill Clinton doing that. Bill Clinton was the recipient of all that cocaine. He protected Mena, Arkansas, and I exposed that too. This is 25, 30 years ago.
And why do you think now that there are so many, not only these trolls that listen, but why do so many Jews listen to your show? Like, why is it so popular with them?
The Jews have been after me since I published links and talked about on my shortwave shows and the internet shows about the protocols of the elders of Zion. If you mention that in public in the mixed company, you'll get some stupid Jews jump up and say, well, that's a forgery. They prove that's a forgery. What's a forgery? Oh, yeah, it's an exact copy of the original. And it doesn't matter who wrote it. They're dead now. It's been around for over 100 years since the Bavarian police nailed one of Rothschild's agents. He was struck by lightning, and they found a copy of the protocols. And like I said, it doesn't matter who wrote it. They're dead now, but it is a perfect outline, a perfect document of exactly what's going on today. It's what the bankers are doing. Why the bankers keep you dumb. They don't want you to know what they're doing. And is it Jews? Well, no, not all Jews. The Christians are just as bad at being deluded because the Christians came from the Jewish religions, the Old Testament. And why was Jesus so unpopular with the Jews? Because he exposed them as the beware the Jews who say they're Jews, but are not. They're of the synagogue of Satan. Now,
what is your, I don't know if you have like a family recipe, but what is your specific recipe for latkes?
For what?
Latkes?
I have no idea what you're meaning, what that is.
It's like a potato pancake. They serve it around Hanukkah.
I don't know what that is. I'm not Jewish. I don't touch anything that is Jewish. Merry Christmas. Fuck Hanukkah.
Do you know your name in Hebrew?
No, I don't.
It's Schmuck.
Don't. Fuck you. Go to hell.
I'm going to
Don't
say a
listen to my
secret
show no
Hebrew
more.
prayer
Don't
that will
listen
turn
to my
you
show
Jewish.
anymore, you dumb bitch. Don't get off of my show. Get off of my show. Ignorant son of a bitch. God damn. They just sneak up in you, don't they? Don't they? Oh, my God. Okay, she didn't run. Yeah, get out of my chat room, bitch. Hey, John Glubney, don't come back to my chat room. I don't fucking like you no more. You're a dumb motherfucker. I don't want to see you in my chat room anymore. Yeah, see what else we got. Let's go on. Fuck, I'm not taking any more of these calls. I'm done with them. I want other trolls here calling in. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Goodbye. 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 Down with you, gay Doug, gay Daniger, gay reporter. No, I'm not calling you. Don't want to talk to you. Never want to fucking hear you again. Don't want to deal with you. And all of you trolls calling in to Holiday, ain't listening to you no more. No more. Probably not taking any more calls. No, I'm not taking your call, Doug. Get off my line. Get off my line, you ignorant son of a bitch. All right, where we got here? Trying to get something to open here. Oh, maybe I will. 920, who are you? What do you want?
Hi, Clay. It's Carlos from Milwaukee. How you doing?
I'm fine.
I just wanted to call and say Happy Thanksgiving. Well, I'm trying to get it through there. I just want to call and say Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours.
Thanks, same
and what
to you.
And what are you going to do today? Are you going to cook anything, or are you going to have a little get-together, or what?
None of your fucking business. 848. Who are you? What do you want? 414. Who are you? What do you want?
It is Paul from Minnesota.
Yeah, Paul. What do you want?
Yeah, I had a pretty weird dream last night. I dreamt that you were eating breakfast right off my bare ass.
Fuck you. 724. Who are you? What do you want?
Hey, Clay, this is Bag One from Bethel Park, PA.
Okay.
I wanted to call because I got something that I think you'd be interested in. Guys like me and you, we have an overabundance of anus hair, and I come up.
Fuck you. You don't put me in the same category with you. That's it. Tired of you. This bullshit just ain't going to happen here. Looking back at this chat room, sickening. Yeah, somebody has also put the complaints in with Blog Talk, and they've removed one of my shows, at least on Blog Talk, and I've been warned that not to do anything more hate speech, because if you tell the truth about the Jews, that's considered hate speech, and that's exactly what they've been trying to do to Trump all along here. And even this clip is being, it's just spinning here.